it's Amy back in the sewing room to break down the July McCall's pattern release. That's right, there are 17 more designs on top of the ones I mentioned in my previous video. There are some more designer dupes, a collection of easy to sew designs, gorgeous vintage reissues, and some cool sewing techniques. McCall's launched 10 patterns last month, and now they've launched 17 more for late summer. There are elevated basics, unisex looks, modern menswear, plus chic little sleep sets, vintage and kids patterns. I can't wait to show you them all with a closer look at the line art and the construction techniques involved. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next collection launch, sew the look video or tutorial. Let's dive in. First up is the M8672 swing dress. This is the first pattern in the 6-piece easy to sew collection from this release, all featuring simplified instructions and back of envelope to help you dive in straight away. All sizes are in one envelope for the range. The step-by-step images are large and easy to follow, and the text is full of detail, including helpful tips throughout the construction. This is a gorgeous swing dress, and I have to say I think it's one of those pieces that's going to appeal to a lot of different people. It'll probably be really popular. It has a lovely relaxed silhouette, but there are loads of great details to stop it from looking too simple. You've got the pointed collar, and that's a collar and band all in one joined together, so very easy to attach. A partial button placket down the front, and then front and back pleats to control the shape a little bit, but it's very breezy, very effortless. I also love that it's shown in a plain mint shirting because you can see all those design details really clearly. I'm getting COS inspired vibes. They had a swingy short shirt dress style with longer sleeves and a hidden button placket in their past collection. You can see it. The McCall's is nicer though because it's more fitted around the armholes and the shoulders. The COS had a drop shoulder style, which I didn't like as much. The great thing here is you could make this in everything from chambray, linen, lightweight denim, and it becomes a pattern that you'll make more than once and all year long. I fancy a block print cotton version, but I would probably lengthen it a bit because I don't want to show that much leg. The next pattern is M8670, a Dolman sleeve top with ruching details. This top is fun because from the front it's got this lovely rounded high neckline, but then at the back it's got a cool V-neck back detail. I'm also a big fan of Dolman sleeves because they're so easy to sew, much quicker than installing a sleeve, and you still get that little bit of coverage that you want from a short sleeve in half the time. Then you've got the elastic ruching through the side seams. So the side seam allowance is top stitched to make a channel, and then the elastic is fed through it and secured at the top and the hem. Gorgeous. Then there's little back ties, let you cinch it as tight or as loose as you like. It's very similar to the Friends Like These pistachio green draped off the shoulder top. I love it in that green. I can see it. Can you see it? And I love that this pattern would look completely different depending on the fabric you choose. You would look lovely in linen or cotton lawn, something like that, a bit crisp. But it would also look so gorgeous in something with drape, like crepe or silky fabric. Oh, a satin version would be gorgeous. M8671 is a knit midi skirt. This is a great wardrobe staple. It's one of those basics that you'll want to wear lots because it's comfortable, but still looks really polished. There's a slim fitting kind of silhouette, midi length with a hidden elastic waistband. So you get all the comfort without a bulky gathered elastic waist. Would ruin the look. And then the side front slit helps make it walking easier. And then you add a bit of interest with the lace trim at the hem and the opening. Such a pretty finishing touch. You're looking for a ponte knit, something quite stable. It'll give you that lovely smooth shape while still being comfortable enough to wear all day long. Leave off the lace if it's a bit too girly for you, and you've got a great looking skirt. M8672 is a flirty pyjama set. This set feels adorable and the perfect excuse to sew yourself some beautiful handmade sleepwear. You probably lounge around the house in it too. That baby doll top has a lovely gathered empine waist, delicate lace around the neckline, and sweet shoulder ties that fasten into bows at the back, paired with floaty shorts with an elastic waist. It's such a kind of pretty feminine set. It would work in a lot of different fabrics too, so cotton lawns, double gauze, lightweight linen, maybe even a soft jersey. They would all give you completely different looks from the same pattern. If you've never made pyjamas before, it would be such a lovely project that feels a little bit special. The top has a bias binding casing around the waistline that you feed your elastic into, but you could leave that off if you wanted something breezier and looser. Something very cool now, these are the M8673 balloon fit pants. So balloon legs, barrel legs, everywhere, big volume pants. So it's great to see a pattern that fully embraces that trend. These have a super relaxed fit. There's front pleats that create all that lovely volume before tapering the leg back in with ankle darts at the hems. I really like the top stitch details on this one. So all the pleats and the darts are top stitched. You've got side seam pockets and it's a mock fly, so much easier to construct. Elastic waistband. They're designed for denim, twill, linen, cotton. That would change how it looks depending on which fabric you chose. I think they would just make a really fun statement piece in your handmade wardrobe. And I'm actually tempted to make them a cropped length by removing some height using the adjustment lines on the pattern tissue. They would still be oversized, but if they were cropped, they'd hang completely differently. Ooh. One for little people now. M8674 is a girl's cargo pant. This pattern is absolutely packed with lovely details. I'm actually a bit jealous. So there are front leg seams, roomy patch pockets that kind of extend around the back. There's waist pockets as well, plus back pockets. It's full of pockets, and an elastic waistband and twill tape drawstring to finishing everything off. They have that cool utility inspired look, but are very practical for every day. They're designed for hard wearing fabrics like denim, corduroy, chambray. They'll be long lasting and withstand any wear and tear, let's say. They're exactly the kind of trousers if the little girl in your life likes to run around a lot while still looking very cool. That's all the easy sew patterns from this collection. What did you think of them? A few favourites in there, I think. Now moving on to the rest of the release. Let's start with M8684. That's a knit pyjama set. You can never have too many sleep sets, can you? Comfortable pyjamas just like this. You'll be reaching for them all year round, I'm sure. So I love that you've got both shorts and full length trousers, plus short and long sleeves, so you can really customize the set to the season. It's got cute ribbon bow details as well for a sweet finishing touch. They don't feel too over the top. It's not like some huge bow, just a delicate little bow on. And because it's designed for knit fabrics like cotton jersey, bamboo, interlock, it's going to be incredibly comfortable to wear. I haven't bought pyjamas from the shops in a really long time because I do enjoy wearing handmade to bed as well as out into the world. Next is M8685, a men's camp shirt and pleated pants. Kind of jealous of this set too. It's a really cool camp shirt with an oversized feel, perfect for warmer weather, and the pleated trousers are smart without being too formal. The raglan sleeve extends into a chest yoke, which is really interesting on the shirt. And then the button placket is a really fun sewing technique to create for the pants. I also love that you could sew the pieces together as a matching set or wear them individually with the rest of your wardrobe. Linen blends, chambrays and cotton poplins would all work beautifully here. And I think this would make a really nice handmade holiday outfit or just a smart casual piece. So yeah, I can't wait to see someone make these. M8686 is a man's cropped polo shirt and pants. This is quite a retro inspired look and it got me quite excited. The cropped knit polo shirt is a fun twist on a retro style with bias trim highlights. Plus I love a notched collar. It has patch pockets and then a clean button front. The wide leg pants are a woven trouser, and they are more of a modern pairing to go with the retro top. And if you've been looking for something a little different to sew, I think this pattern would be a great option. M8687 is a unisex hooded jacket. This immediately sprung out as a practical outdoor piece that you would love to make. It's definitely needed here in Europe most of the year, but I'm sure you get a lot of wear out of it in other countries too. It's packed with features. You've got a zip front, flap chest pockets, side seam pockets. There are articulated pleated sleeves for a good range of movement, an adjustable drawstring waist, snap cuffs. There's a decorative, like sort of diagonal flap across the front and a rain flap across the back. This is unisex sizing, so you would choose based on chest measurement and expect a boxy fit, but you could cinch that in with the drawstring waist for more definition. It really feels like a proper ready-to-wear jacket, and if you've been wanting to challenge yourself with sewing outerwear, this would be such a rewarding project. You could learn to sew waterproof fabrics. Imagine sewing it in ripstop nylon, or perhaps you could use a lightweight denim. Make sure to choose a bold colour like this yellow if you want something completely unmissable on a dark day. M8688 is a baby's hooded romper and pants. Baby sewing is kind of fun because all the projects come together so quickly and just look adorable. The romper has a cozy hood and a front patch pocket. Not sure what they're storing in there. And then practical snap fastenings at the crotch to make changing much easier. Then you've got matching cargo style trousers with cute patch pockets on there too, which makes the whole outfit feel really fun and modern because it's like designed like little adult clothes. It's in soft knits like jersey, French terry, sweatshirt fleece, so it'll be lovely and comfortable too. This would make such a thoughtful gift for a new baby or a little one in your life. M8689 is a children's top, nightgown and pants, and this pattern has such lovely vintage inspired details to it. I would have guessed it was Laura Ashley. Anyway, the gathered yoke, front little buttons, ruffled neckline, elasticated sleeves, they all come together to create something that's really sweet, a little old-fashioned, but in a gorgeous heirloom way. I especially love that you can make it as a top or a nightgown, so you get a bit more versatility depending on what the little one likes to wear. And add the matching trousers for a top with ruffle hems, and you've got a pretty coordinated set. Cotton poplin, gingham. Oh, seersucker would look really gorgeous on this as well, especially if you're leaning into that heirloom classic inspired style. On to some amazing vintage patterns next. So first up is M8691, a vintage 1960s dress. This one is a gorgeous 60s reproduction, but actually looks very similar to a lot of ready-to-wear styles you'd see today. Dramatic square neckline, gathered bodice, raglan sleeves, all fitted with elastics, so very comfy. I especially like that ribbon wraparound tie belt detail that you can add to define the waist. It's empire line and all the views finish above the knee, but you could easily lengthen that into a midi or a maxi really easily. We're looking for challis, crepe, embroidered cottons, gingham, printed silks or cottons. They even recommend border prints, would be gorgeous. Next is M8692, a vintage 1970s wrap top pants and shorts set. This is so fun. We have two styles of wrap top, either a pretty one with shoulder frills or fabulous bell sleeves that instantly scream 70s. Pair them with the matching flared trousers or flared shorts, and you've got a complete retro inspired look. What's great is that you don't have to go full vintage either. That wrap top would look amazing with modern jeans or linen trousers. It's another fantastic reissue from the back archives. I think you could use the same fabrics on the top and the bottom too for a coordinated look. So choose anything from challis, cotton knits, lightweight cottons, crepes, stretch crepe, or more. I'm tempted to make view B in a cotton lawn and wear it with my high-waisted skirts and high-waisted jeans. Now my favourite, the McCall's 8693 vintage 1970s dress. I've said it many times. I love a drawstring waist for an easy fit, especially when your weight fluctuates. And there are 4 different views to choose from here, so you can swap the drawstring waist for a tie belt. You could add a flounced hem ruffle, and you can add a gorgeous oversized frill neckline. It's very 70s disco. Plus, I love the option for shoulder ties too, which are very sweet. We're seeing so many floaty dresses and boho inspired silhouettes back in fashion at the minute, so this pattern fits right in. Whether you go for a soft floral, a bold print, a simple plain fabric, I think this is one of those dresses that is guaranteed to stand out. I could see it in plissé or a lovely floaty viscose. I think I'm going to start with view C. Last but not least is McCall's 8694, a vintage 1970s top, pants and skirt. If you want something with a lot of styling possibilities, this is the pattern to choose. It's easy to sew. We've got a top with a lovely ruffled gathered neckline, and then with the elastic waist it almost creates a mirrored shape at the hem. You have the option of adding tied shoulder straps for an extra 70s touch or leaving it strapless. Then you've got the matching trousers, very flared, or a A-line skirt, maxi skirt to complete the outfit. For the top, you want soft fabrics, so crepes, challis, plissé, satin back crepe, silk. And for the pants, you want challis, crepe, lightweight wool, a wool knit or a double knit. The skirt would also work in wool or double knit, or something looks like velvet. You can wear everything together for a coordinated vintage look, or mix and match with your own wardrobe. That's it for today. Which McCall's pattern caught your eye? Let me know in the comments. I would love to chat about your favourites. You already heard which ones were mine. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Happy sewing everyone, and I'll see you again soon.